All right, guys, technically it's Friday, but on Friday we are doing Wednesday's daily math. Now, even though tomorrow is, technically a weekend, it's Saturday, I went ahead and recorded a video for Thursday in case you wanted to go ahead and finish daily math. I'll link it in Friday's videos as well. So if you want to do Wednesday and just finish out the week and do Thursday, they'll both be linked in today's lesson plans. All right, so here's the first one. Number 1, it said to solve and then shade in to represent. We have the fraction 3/6, and from that we are going to subtract 2/6. So first I'm going to show that I have 3/6, 1, 2, and 3, and then I need to show that I have taken away 2/6. So you can do that by drawing an X on them. I'm just going to shade them a little differently. Okay, so that's gone. How much is left? 1/6. All right, number 2, the directions said to find the width. All right, so here's what we know. We're looking at a rectangle. We know that the length is 10 feet. We're solving for W, the width. They've given us the area. Area is equal to 40 square feet, or you can say feet squared. How can we use the area and the length to help us find the width? Well, if you start with the formula for area, which is area is equal to length times width. Now, plug in the values that you know. I know A. I know that area is equal to 40. I know that the length is 10 times W. So, what number times 10 is going to give me 40? Well, the answer is 4. So the width is 4 feet because 40 divided by 10 equals 4, or you could have done 10 times 4 equals 40. All right, the next one, we're going to look at the model. We will write a fraction, a decimal, and what it would be in word form. All right, so the fraction. First, we need to know how many parts we have. That's going to be our denominator, the total number of parts. This whole has been cut into hundredths. Okay, now how many hundredths have been shaded? So I know that this is 10 going down, so I'm just going to do some skip counting. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 50 hundredths. Well, there's an easier way to say that. You can also say that 50 hundredths is equal to 5 tenths, and if you really wanted to take it a step further, you could say that that's equal to a half. All right, so how do we write this as a decimal? Well, we're going to write the decimal as hundredths and as tenths. It's the same decimal though, okay? So we have 0 because we don't have a whole, okay? That's the ones. We don't have a whole yet. Put your decimal point. To write it as 50 hundredths, you'll just put 0.50. But if you wanted to write it as tenths, it would look like that, okay? The word form, we're going to write both of them. So this would be 50 hundredths, but 50 hundredths is equivalent to 5 tenths. So technically you could have both, okay? All right, the very last one, almost last one. We are going to compare our numbers. So we're comparing two decimals. We have 61 hundredths, and we're going to compare that to 4 tenths. We compare decimals the same way we compare whole numbers. So we're going to start on the left and work our way to the right. The ones are the same, so we go to the tenths. This one has 6 tenths. This one only has 4 tenths. 6 tenths is greater than 4 tenths, okay? If you put this as hundredths, that would be the same as 40 hundredths. So 61 hundredths is greater than 40 hundredths. All right, the very last one, we are going to order the fractions. They gave us the fractions 8 ninths, 5 ninths, 1 ninth, and 1/3. If we look at our number line, we see that it's been partitioned or broken into 9 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to go ahead and order my fractions. Just plug in the values. I'm going to go ahead and write all the ones even if they didn't give it to me. I'm just going to go ahead and order them. All right, so I've done 8 ninths, done 5 ninths, I've done 1 ninth. All right, this is the one I need to look for. 1/3. Well, how can I find a third if my number line's been divided into ninths? Well, I have to find an equivalent fraction. I have to think about, what if this were divided into 3 parts rather than 9 parts? So if it would look like this: 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. So 1/3 is the same thing as 3/9. All right, guys, that's it for today. Enjoy your day. Go do something fun.